All right, boys. Sorry for being late to the party. I had a big past few days, but we have a behind the scenes of sailing, Volume 2, Part 1. This is the first half of a Part 2 part block. This is a big one, so strap yourselves in. We're in for a long ride here. We'll look at this. We'll look at the game jam. Then we're going to shave everything off of my head for a bit of fun, ready to get into the Christmas spirit. So, behind the scenes of sailing, Volume 2, Part 1. There's a video. Is it worth watching this video? You guys let me know. The gameplay update. We've got a bunch of table of contents here, starting with the sailing as a skill. So the skill framework, they have 3 core components. Their purpose, why should you do it? Their identity, what they feel like, and their narrative, and then the core gameplay loop, which is the most important part of anything. I've just gained 35 mil farming XP in leagues, GZ to me. You'd say the video isn't worth watching, we don't need to worry about it? Thank you. So, thieving. The purpose, this is the example. For thieving, it's obtain wealth, which it does a very bad job at. The identity is to steal things that do not belong to you, and then click an NPC or location to steal an item. Very simple, very basic, very generic, and thieving, to be honest, is one of the least important and impactful skills in the game. Yet people still go dodgy deals in leagues. But more importantly, let's refresh that chat, because it just died, because my computer is just fucking L. Alright, so sailing. The purpose is to travel to new places and interact with things at sea. Identity is to utilize a boat as a tool, and then the core loop is to click on a facility to interact with the world using your boat. That's a big gameplay loop, or core gameplay loop, should I say. Video demonstrates the skill methods pretty well. Okay, well, if we feel like we need to, we can have a look at it. Low-level sailors will still be getting to grips with their boat, so we're likely to capsize. They're likely to capsize and won't be able to overcome the dangers of open sea. On the other hand, a master sailor knows the sea well and traverses it with ease. They can use all kinds of facilities on their boat and rely on their nautical knowledge to sail anywhere they want, or they like. Okay. The purpose of sailing is to let you explore new places. The skill is about far more than just traveling around. Sailing lets you engage with the sea as a new area of the map, experimenting hitherto unknown threats, and encountering new opportunities as you traverse the ocean. Alright, okay. So, leveling up will also let you expand the core loop by interacting with more facilities aboard the ship. Right, okay. So basically, rating it all tonight, I don't know yet. We'll see how the next part of the stream goes. So what we're looking at here is just a generic small boat with your cargo holder to store your plunder. This controls your boat, so this is your steering wheel. And then the sail, to keep these trims, they give you speed. I am going to come straight out and just say I don't like the trimming idea. I think I have a little bit of inside trader knowledge on sailing. And I want to just disclose that I think people are too concerned with making it feel realistic and not concerned enough with making it feel worth people's fucking time, which I think is far more important. And that's a big problem that people have when they just look at developing this game in general. I get that you want to make it feel realistic, but you also have to not make it shit. And I think that's far more important than making people feel like they're actually sailing a boat. You want to make it not be fucking annoying. Because if this flops, they're never going to recover. It's not possible. You can watch the stream as well. I'm not fucking watching the stream, no. You'll get sailing XP for interacting with the facilities. So the tiller, the helm, the sails. Salvaging hooks, cannons, and trolling nets. Alright, so luffing. Sails are one of the very first facilities you'll interact with. In real life, luffing is what happens when you sail too close to the wind, which causes your sails to flap about and slow your boat down. So original luffing mechanics slowed and eventually stopped your boat if the sails were not trimmed in a short time. This reflects real life sailing experience. It also makes gameplay quite frustrating. Yeah, because it's shit. So, what does that mean? Instead of punishing you for inattentiveness, we've decided to reward keen-eyed sailors with their diligence. That's better. If you spot your sails luffing, you have a short window of time to trim them and be rewarded with sailing XP. You also gain a nice speed boost. That's good. That means if you don't do it, you're not actually held back, and doing it will give you an advantage instead. Alright, when you upgrade your sails, the time window for them gets wider, and the base rate, at the base rate, it takes 30 seconds for your sails to luff with a 9-second window to trim them. That's perfect. That's awesome. Missed opportunity, you don't receive any speed penalty, but you also miss out on tasty XP. Alright, let's have a quick look here. So, they're playing. They're sending it, it's going well, they're sailing, excellent. Right, it needs to be luffed, they click this, they trim it, they get 100 XP and a bit of a speed boost. That's simple, that's easy. I was worried that it would be like it would stop your boat if you didn't do it. So you can ignore that and you won't get the speed boost. But the speed boost lasts quite a while. It only just ran out then. That's really good. I like the way that it turns instantly on the spot too. That's a good style. Trim it. You can see this dickhead at Ironman Island. Cool. Alright, that sounds pretty good. First sailing, if it goes well, it's going to be a very popular skill. Absolutely. All they have to do is get it right, and they're set. It doesn't really matter. I think that looks excellent. I don't think there's anything wrong inherently with that, right? They're just fucking, they're sailing around. I want to watch him steer again quickly. So he trims the sail, it speeds up. Gets 100 XP. Yeah. Bit of a steering, bit of a turning circle I don't like, to be honest. The steering is a bit wide. Like, watch this bit here. So, see how it kind of... So, let me try to explain that. What I'm seeing here. So, when he's sailing and he's turning, he's going like that. I think it should be like that. It should just 180, like 90-degree turn on the spot and fucking go. Because I think, while this seems a bit more like fluid, as opposed to this, which is just very much like playing on the mainland. You don't run around a corner, as to say in RuneScape. You just fucking turn on the tile, right? I think this method holds back game mechanics and potential. This is very restricting when it comes to like potential mechanical gameplay and depth, right? Coming to learn a whole new set of pathing mechanics. Exactly. Like if you have faster and more dynamic turning like this, you will be able to basically incorporate a lot of PVM and high intensity. Like for example, if you had to do the fucking Hello to Polka and you had to fucking take a bus and a train to get around a fucking corner, because that's how running worked, that would suck. But the fact that you can just turn the corner on the tile and skip mechanics, imagine trying to run Olm, right? Or have an Olm style fight. Well, not actually Olm, but like how you have to prevent Olm from hitting you when you're maging him, you are running and then you're turning around instantly and you're running in a fluid motion. If you were to do something like that on sailing, where it was a bigger creature like a kraken and you had to maneuver around him fast, it's going to be way easier to maneuver with a style like this than with this, where you kind of have to manage your space and fucking turn the cunt around. And look how far this turn is already, right? This is just a left turn, and like he's gonna have to, if he wants to do a full 180 there, he's gonna go beyond that tree. That's a big fucking turning circle. That's a lot of space that you're gonna have to consider when turning. And I'm just thinking late game, end game, higher, I guess, skill base. They'll probably get super clunky when you're in a bigger boat than a few tiles though. You'd end up clipping into shit all the time. From what I've seen, they've had multiple different play. I think they showed it in a blog, right? They had different sorts of movements. I don't think it gets that bad, to be honest. From what I've seen, I remember they had like an agility, like a mild agility course, and it was like you had to really strategically turn, or you could just go like straight right. And in the smaller boats, at least, it was good. I haven't seen it in the much bigger colossal boats, but it might be possible that you could do it like this in smaller boats, and then bigger boats, maybe the turning circle's worse. I don't know. I just really think that it can be very limiting mechanically to have such a big turning circle, you know? It's saying you can turn 90 degrees without wasting any ticks. Yes, you could turn 90 degrees without it taking effort. Thought they'd been colossal boats. I'm not sure. They may have done. Just came back and that's sailing? Yeah, at the moment. You'll also be able to wig swap, yes. Dog shit skill, I can't believe the community took this seriously. How's it a dog shit skill? You haven't tried it yet. Tells in the video above our placeholder. Yeah, okay, we saw that. That's cool. Let's see what this sea chartering is about. Is that the hot air balloon mechanics but at sea? No, it's not. Not even close. Think sailing would pass a repoll? Would it pass a repoll? I don't know. I'll let you know after this blog. Have you watched the stream then? No, I haven't. Explore the seas of Gilnor and document all of the memorable locations, hidden currents, ocean depths, okay, weather patterns, and distant islands in your captain's log. All gameplay images are work in progress, placeholder, of course. So, currents. Follow the humble current duck to chart out hidden currents. Point of interest. Peer through your spyglass to chart distant islands and get the best view of iconic locations. Get a good view of the Wizard's Tower from the coast of the northern tip of the island. It is on. Alright. Test the current. So this is just sea charting. Test the currents to the south of the island with a ferry ring on it in the Bay of Sarum. Look at the port task board in Port Sarum. This is kind of like a combat task sort of setup for sailing, right? Or like a leagues task system for sailing. Stream was hard to watch. Mod Light is a poor leader for a stream. Sounds like a bunch of high school kids trying to give a presentation. Okay. Still don't know about the lands to the east. True. Does feel like sailing is the only thing to add more content, to be honest. I mean, there's other choices, but... Oh, look, that's a current duck. Look at that. Okay. The duck recognizes your ship and climbs aboard. It shares the secrets of your currents, of the currents it traveled on with you. Alright, cool. So, pry open crates containing mysterious beverages lost at sea. Enlist the aid of mermaids to chart the secrets lurking beneath the waves. Alright, give items. Consult with the eccentric troll meteorologist to document local weather patterns. You might like this if you enjoy exploration and discovery, puzzles and problem solving, completionism and collection logging. Honestly, it's not like I like that they've got that they do this chart thing. That is really nice. Okay. So it's just an entire other way to play the game essentially. Like in a sense, you could play RuneScape and never touch sailing, and likely not suffer outside of like quest completion, like quest requirements and stuff. You could just like not fucking worry about it. Once you've got the hang of using your onboard facilities, you'll want to do some sea charting. The oceans of Gilnor are a vast unexplored area. As you stumble upon hidden islands and experience familiar coastlines from a new angle, you'll earn XP for your efforts. Yeah, they got ones here like the Kandarin Golf Completion, 41 rewards, 444 XP. It's fuck all XP, but of course it's a concept. Sounds like my combat is evolving. No, it doesn't sound like that at all. What's the command for this giveaway? Nothing yet at the moment. Okay, we've aimed to capture the feeling we've all experienced the first time we logged into RuneScape when the short walk from Lumber's to Varrock felt like an arduous journey. Sorry, you never knew what surprises might be waiting just around the bend. Yeah, that surprise was dark wizards fucking bending you over. Charting the sea turns the thrill of exploration into a bona fide mechanic, rewarding you for exploring new islands and seeking out new experiences. All right, whoa, holy shit, what do we got here? So. Level 1, Port Sarum, Bay of Sarum, the Firth of Lum, Fisherman Wreck, Bedabin Basin, Storm Temple, Brimhaven Strait, Large Shipwrecks. It's kind of dope, man. Catherby, Entrana, Small Shipwrecks, Witch Haven. So you need to be a different level to be able to use different ports. 3 is Moosa Point. That's not bad. I want KINGCONDOR to die to a sea mugger. Alright, dude. Look, it happened once, okay? The Pandemonium, what's that? That's new, isn't it? What's the Pandemonium? They must be adding something like that. Okay. That looks kind of cool. Is it going to be a video later? Yeah, it is. I died to a mugger when I was doing a tier list, yeah. Newer shit posts will create some good eventually. Yeah, one day. Okay, what we will do is MVP Barracuda Trial, MVP Clue Locations, MVP Bank. What's MVP stand for? Not sure. And then flags for races. Done. Implemented shipwreck areas. Implemented port task boards. Implemented dockable locations. Long term, non-MVP bosses. Non-MVP port tasks and non-MVP Barracuda Trust. What's MVP stand for? Invest in pirates, gave everyone bandana to the moon. Yeah, you might be right, dude. Most valuable player. I know what MVP stands for, but that can't be what this stands for. That doesn't make any sense. Most valuable player, Barracuda trial. What the fuck does that mean? Minimum viable product? Bare minimum to get live? Right, okay. I see. Thank you. I know what fucking MVP stands for. Just in this context, I didn't. Bare minimum to get live. Okay. Alright, thank you. Essentially means there are shipwrecks and tasks that don't have a player winning. Are you sure? They just do it collectively? Montreal, okay, you guys are just fucking me up now. Most viral pirate. So you don't miss out. Yeah, they spoke about that in the stream. Okay, I see. Alright. Okay, I see. The Unquiet Ocean, Cape Atoll instead of Ape Atoll. Red Reef, Barracuda HQ, Arrow Pass, the Kazari Strait, Turtle Basin, the Storm Temple. Yeah, okay. Kandering. Okay, so they got a bunch of locations sorted. To fully chart the sea, you'll need to bring the following tools: Captain's Log, Spyglass, Current Duck, Crowbar, upgraded diving apparatus and helmet, anti-rust tonic. Alright, sheet charting rewards. You'll earn one-time XP drops for each successful charting activity and additional Slayer XP when you chart everything in one area. Sea charting also offers an exciting new reward space for your boat. Kegs. Huge. So port tasks are pretty simple. You just go to the task, go to the port, pick a task, you grab that task, and then what you do is you just teleport to the other port and you hand it in. Which I'm sure they've probably fixed that bug by now. So you can't do that anymore, I think. But yes, you accept it, you sail around, and then you hand it in and you get rewarded. That's the essential gameplay loop. Repeatable task system, having clear instructions to follow multitasking gameplay opportunities. It's much like Hunter Rumors and Slayer tasks. Absolutely. Pretty much the same fucking setup. That's good. If you have docking areas in port, you can access port tasks there. Perfect. That's at the notice boards. Makes sense. Courier tasks. Ask you to take goods from port A to port B using your boat's cargo hold. So yeah, that's part of the task. Bounty tasks. Bounty tasks, if you inspired by the hugely popular Hunter Rumors, bounty tasks will send you out to sea to fight deadly battles in search of one particular bounty. Some involve ship combat. You'll also better hope your sailing skills are up to scratch. That's good, mate. I like that. Port tasks grant sailing XP upon completion, raising the line and the difficulty of the task. This is something we're still balancing, but also very based on the starting port and the type of task you take. So basically, think of this like Slayer and Hunter tasks. Fair enough. Alright, shipwreck salvaging. This is your wood cutting, mining, fishing sort of playstyle. You basically just grab shit. You're fishing, essentially. That's what you're fucking doing. You're fishing for rewards. And you turn it in. Low intensity, AFK, simplistic resource gathering, cooperative social gameplay. So, here's the reality, guys, is that sailing is going to likely incorporate everything, an aspect of everything that you do on land. You're going to get a bit of Slayer and Hunter, a bit of like type content. You're going to get some fishing, woodcutting, mining type content. Your smithing, crafting, fire making, cooking type content. PVM content. You're going to get combat achievement, collection logging, task completing content. So it's really going to just open up the game to a whole nother fucking level. And I really don't think that's a bad thing. Almost max, and this shit sailing comes, well then, you got another skill level. I think that's a good thing, right? Doesn't that... I feel like that's a W for sailing. You want it to be that... If it's that big as a new skill, it's completely... The game is going to effectively double in size. Yeah, sailing up to Ironman, there you go. Level requirement, estimate, non-final, salvaging hooks, perfect, okay. Different hooks get you larger shipwrecks, better facilities, yep. Perfect. That's awesome. Not a bad thing, it's just not really a skill, it's a whole expansion. True. And I've always been of the opinion that you could just not have it as a skill and add it to your little log list here in the character summary area. But making it a skill, it kind of limits it, but also I guess helps balance the tiers of, you know, what you can, sort of hooks you can have, the sort of salvage you can do, the sort of tasks you can do. You're probably going to level this skill very quickly. I would imagine sailing is going to be a very fast skill to level. people didn't complain about dungeoneering. That was raised as a skill. They didn't complain about dungeoneering too, but dungeoneering also didn't need to be a skill for it to be what it is. That's just a fact, you know? So it's like it was designed by my dad's asshole. You really are an anti-sailing man. I get that. Page 1 overall high score. People must be shitting themselves. They better get back to work. People are already maxed. Will be maxing it quickly. Yeah, I don't think this would be a slow skill to max at all. Making it a skill fucks off the max capers, which I'm all for. I think the max capers are all for a new skill. Gives them something new to grow in, you know? It gives max capers a new opportunity to go to become page 1. Shipwreck salvaging rewards, yep. So rewards can be fucking larch, Shazian pine, cedar, rosewood planks. Excellent, that's good, mate. Barracuda trials, this is your agility now. Here you go. So retrieve a crate from Karanja Run through salvaging a shipwreck and pour it into your beverage barrel. Navigate multiple banana tree islands to gather 3 bunches of bananas before adding them to your beverage barrel. Collect 5 sugar canes by using a net on some floating sugar canes crates and then add them to your barrel. Sail through the turbulent waters to mix the concoction. Okay. Definitely avoiding getting capsized via precise boat navigation and fast reactions. That's going to suck if you're lagging. Return the freshly made cocktail to Rum-Ralph, a rum enthusiast within the Barracuda to earn unique rewards. Okay, that's kind of cool. So instead of it just being like a hello it's a polka, you're using it to create an item and then handing it in. Okay, that's yeah. Engaging alternative gameplay, content with high skill ceiling, being rewarded for speed and precision. So they're even comparing it to the gauntlet. Right. That's impressive. I would like to see how that goes. That could become quite competitive. The Barracuda Trials. As long as it's fast, I don't care. Messing up my max plan, it'll be fast to level for sure. Any news on changing the total level awards? They'll probably do that, yeah. Or they'll add new ones. One of them will be Somalian pirates, maybe. Who knows? The Barracuda Trials is a leaned-in, focused, and repeatable method of training sailing. It appeals to those who enjoy pushing the limits of navigation and rewards those who take the time to fully understand ship movement. I think what we were talking about earlier in Paint with the bigger turning circle, that will make this more difficult, I think, than turning on a 90 degrees angle. So it might actually be more immersive for this. Who knows? It's about the SS cocktail mixer. That's what this is, man. That's awesome. Cause obstacles, salvaging the rum shipment. 2, gather bananas. 3, collect sugarcanes. 4, then send it through the trials. You'll need to survive for 20 seconds, building up speed without getting capsized. Every couple of seconds, you'll be hit with waves. Approach from multiple directions. You need to skillfully click or right tap to avoid failing to do so or result in your ship being dashed by the waves. Get a flat XP reward for completing each trial, so the faster you complete it, the more XP per hour you receive. As we move further into development, consider balancing. We may also reward bonus XP for faster completions. I like that. Okay, let's look at part 2. Okay, so what's part 2 got for us? Ship combat, sailing alpha, and other progress updates. Okay, so ship combat, this is the big one. Okay, we've asked what you wanted from sailing PVM. And one feature is at the top of the list. We're still in early development, so we don't have much ship combat to show you today. Foundations are moving along nicely. Alright. So, he's shooting his cannon. That's not only does he have over 1 billion cannonballs, he's also shooting it backwards. So that's good. They couldn't be fucked to turn the ship around to show for the blog. This is the sign of a good and dedicated development team. That's like, we should make it look somewhat fucking normal before we post it. It takes 2 seconds, but it's good, mate. We got this. We got the 180 degree cannon. All right, so the sailing alpha. Oh wait, no, is that it for the combat? Is it? We expect any PVM combat to be available. PvP following later. PvP in sailing is a bad idea, man. Fuck that. I mean, it depends how they do it, but I think PvP in sailing should be mini-game focused or friendly focused. There should be no wilderness PvP sailing. Like that is such a bad idea, man. I really hope they don't do that. I think PvP is so fucking fragile and difficult to get right at the moment that just adding a whole new fucking way to do it is gonna ruin a lot of people. if they do PvP like a Soul Wars sailing type thing, or like a Castle Wars capture the flag sailing, that's perfectly fine. That's great, and then you can have rewards outside of that. But you can't do PvP and then have someone lose their shit. Castle Wars was saying, yeah, that'd be excellent. That's perfect, and they should encourage more of that content in the game. They really should, and it should also give rewards, XP rewards through PvP to encourage people to do it. It does mean people are going to boost, so if they can put some sort of cap on that. But if you can encourage people to get even like some sort of daily reward from doing PvP sailing, incorporate people and get people involved in PvP early as sailing comes out and make it like a norm, you could probably encourage a lot more PvP mindset players when they come to this skill at least. 100 kills without leaving the water. New Eliop day 1 video, probably, but he's just actually camping outside of KBD in a third age ring, skull tricking people and saying, you know, claiming that as a valid positive KD. Got 1 billion cannibals, that's money right there. True. Get hit with a sit landlubber by Rot, yep. Even if they add shit PvP, people would oppose all the fun out of it. Optimize all the fun out of it. It'd be very difficult. I think PvP is so delicate and so technical that doing proper worldy PvP and sailing ain't gonna happen. I think people should stop worrying about it. Teal water blowings? No, it's just they're probably on the Unity game engine or something. You know, they got the potato, so wouldn't worry about it. Updating traditional combat to work on boats has significant technical challenges before we even get to the meat of the work. Not quite ready to share more than this just yet, but you can expect more details getting further. Okay. Sailing Alpha. So, do we have a date? Alright. As we need additional time to address problems like collision and validate whether our changes made a positive impact on feedback. Since then, we've run a couple more on-site playtests, but we still need to scale up before we're confidently able to share sailing with the whole community. Alright, remote testing is already underway and will be carried right until the launch of the Sailing Alpha. On the plus side, we've had time to add more features to Sailing Alpha. When you get your hands on it, you'll be able to try much more than just navigation. That's awesome. Summarize Sailing Alpha is shaping up to be more like a vertical slice, and your first early look at how sailing will actually play. It'll be the first time we test sailing at scale, so you might notice some strange happenings at sea. Alright. Okay, other updates. The raft is awesome. I think that's fucking sick for a boat. Simple raft. Unironically, you got the small boat and then the large boat. Right, they don't have the colossal thing anymore. I think the small raft is fucking sick, dude. I think that's fucking dope. Small boat's cool, and then the large one's gonna be sick too, but simple raft, that's fucking S tier boat, dude. I would if there's no like giant limitations, I'd fuck with that boat every day, man. That's my boy right there. What's this one? 8 squares, and then this one is 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 times 3, yeah, 15. So that's pretty good. All right. Content on these islands could be almost anything. What do you see there? No, that's pretty good. Plenty of fun little islands. I like it. No hammers and sickles, no swastikas this time. Not like Vassar and Corrupted Gauntlet where they have those everywhere. So they've taken their time to sort this out. That's good. Cannons on boats, awesome. Dragon cannon, hell yeah. XYZ dragon cannon for sure. Which means bigger cannonballs too. What's this? A boy? A boy? Alright. Alright, that's pretty good. I'd imagine, yeah, what's this? Like, level 115 early game, you participate in activities like Shallow Sea. A few different training methods. You'll learn basic shipwreck salvaging, complete port tasks. Barracuda Trail, the first one at least for Crimes of Run. Mid-game, level 50, Open Sea, Port Khazad, you'll unlock the Runes of Ankar, Port Fatimus, Relica, you'll get the Great Conch. Hell yeah, big fan of the Great Conch, that's the turtle cunt. Expect sailing to become more challenging, but remember this is most skill, high level requirements, better rewards, perfect. Late game, you'll see sailing potentially improving a lot of other skills. Many skills struggle to offer meaningful unlocks and rewards, offering only a long grind to 99 while work to improve the existing skills. To be honest, sailing could fix smithing. If they have some sort of smithing related sailing, I don't know what the fuck it could be. But smithing being so shit, unless you do Giant's Foundry or Blast Furnace, they could just have a whole other smithing system for sailing and it could just be infinitely better. Like smithing your own, like 80% of your fucking boat. Or shit for your boat, or just for missions and stuff would be fucking... this could really help a lot of dead skills. I'm not reading all that garbage though. But that's awesome. Okay. And it's probably worth noting that Mod Hootie is still not on the moderator list at the bottom there. Okay. Right. I think compared to the last time I looked at the sailing blog, it looked pretty below average. I think this looks better than last time. I think they've done... I think they've... it's not complete yet, obviously. I think they have put out an acceptable amount of examples and content in this blog to make it feel like there's a lot for us to have a look at, you know? There's a lot there. I feel like that this alpha is going to really... It's drawings. I can do drawings, of course. It's not just drawings, though. It's also explaining how the different loops are going to be and how it incorporates with the game or similar to the game. For example, the generic gameplay loop for C charting is similar to task list completions and collection logging. You've got the port task, which is a similar concept to Slayer tasks and Hunter rumors. So it's like a third version of it, you know? You've got shipwreck salvaging, which is your wood cutting, mining, fishing, low intensity AFK skilling methods. You know, it's a similar loop. It's not they're not changing the core gameplay of the game. They're reinventing the wheel. You know, and until we get to play an alpha, there's really nothing to put into it. You know, this is the Barracuda Trials is on the same concept or comparison to CG and Hell's Polka. And honestly, I think until the alpha comes out now, it's really I think sailing is in a more positive position for me personally since the last blog. But until we get an alpha, it's really hard to be like yes or no. I think could be a factory with smithing, crafting, and construction. Maybe, yeah, things like that. They've shown that there will be something for everyone to enjoy. Yeah, this is going to be. This is like the thing is it's like someone said in the chat. Sailing is going to basically make. It's not going to be like. It could easily not be a skill. It's just going to double the. It's going to increase the amount of shit you can do in game on the map. You're going to get new Slayer. You're going to get new smithing. You're going to get new fishing, new wood cutting methods. All over the place. And they could do that without it being a skill. But if they want it to be a skill, they want to. That's cool. I think it would be stronger without it being a skill. No. I've seen. We checked the second blog too. Yeah. We checked the second blog too as well. That's got the combat stuff. That was a lot shorter. I think it being a skill gives you a sense of progression and leveling. And it allows them to put more specific or more precise tiers with what you do and don't unlock. But you could do that without it being a skill through a log system like their what's it called, chartering stuff here, right? The sea chartering, like this. But does that become too much with sea chartering? I think it's fine. I think it might actually be okay. Lots of blue energy sprays that we will be doing shit with. Seems decent. I think it's better. I think this is definitely. This is a good way for them to present it. I think this blog has been more of a W than not. Close scrolls would be good to thread it into sailing. Yeah, absolutely. Shit, I think that's good. I think they've done a good job. You can see that we haven't had an update for a while. They've been working on some things because this is what they're telling us basically based on. While this is just drawings and it's just pictures, right? Based on this blog here, this part of the blog, other than PVM, it's pretty much ready to go to alpha. They want to do a few more play tests, but like they've just done. No, I'm not doing a fucking survey. Get out of here. While they're just doing. While it's just like pictures and shit, it looks like Barracuda Trials are ready to go for alpha. Like when the alpha comes out, that's already done. Shipwreck Salvaging's already in the alpha, ready to go. So the content's also been developed. They're doing it. I like requirements to stuff so as to not everybody can access it and constantly play stuff. That's fair. Actually, we will do this fucking survey because it's just a short one, I believe. That stuff sounds fun to you? Does it sound fun to me? Honestly, woodcutting doesn't sound fucking fun to me. I don't know. Does it sound fun? I think the Barracuda Trials does kind of sound fun. I think if PVM is done right, it can be fun. But It's less about whether it sounds fun and more about whether it works. And I think it works. If this becomes a new way to make money, get resources, play an Ironman, it removed, like adding hunter rumors stopped people from, like adding hunter rumors broke the Wintertodt meta for Ironman. It's no longer making Ironman go Wintertodt. Or like make an Ironman go Tempros. Now it's making Ironman and you can go hunter rumors instead. This could make an Ironman and now you can just go sailing and do shipwrecks instead, and then that can benefit you in other ways. Just because current stuff isn't fun doesn't mean you add more. No, that's fair, but I don't think this is bad. I think if they add this to the game, I don't see it making the game worse. I don't see it negatively impacting the game. One in the pink, two in the stink. Barracuda, that's it, dude. Isn't Forestry Part 18 going to fix woodcutting? Apparently. Forestry is better for woodcutting. They just overdid it. Wintertodt rework was what did that. That's true. I think if it works and it doesn't negatively impact the game, and I don't think it will, I think it's fine. Like, this isn't Combat of Evolution. This doesn't change the way you do combat and play the game forever. This adds an entire new way to play the game while still playing the game the same way you currently do. You just now have more opportunities. This is like adding Korend, adding Zaya, right? Before Zaya, there was nothing. They added Zaya, they added a whole new island. Now you have a new island with new skilling methods, new training methods, new PVM, new agility methods, new bosses, new raids. But it just there wasn't a skill called Korend or Korending or Zaya or whatever, you know? This is like adding Korend, but it's under a skill, essentially, and on a much bigger scale. But it's adding new shit. It's adding a new area. That area is the ocean. Like the concept of everything, but it doesn't scream skill to me. More of a RS3 player own ports. I didn't play RS3 player own ports. It doesn't need to be a skill, I do agree, but I don't think it matters, hey. Have we hit the 300 gift goal to have King Condor do a full body wax yet? We have not, no. No. Where's this survey? Let's have a quick look at the survey. And then we'll move on to the Game Jam blog. This is a big VOD. Hope they add jet skis. That'd be fucking sick. Alright, next. What do we got? How did you vote on sailing? I think I voted no on sailing. What's your current skill level? This one, I think. After reading through the sailing gameplay blog today, what are your general feelings? I think I'm close to strongly like. I'll be honest. Oh yeah, there was house favor. That's true, best friend. Yeah, there was house favor. I think I like. I'm close to strongly like, but I think I'm gonna go like for now. I think. Do you understand the main methods? Yes, I do. Did the recent sailing blog videos include at least one method that appeals to you? Yeah, I agree. I think so. Please rate how you feel towards the following statements. So, after reading both blogs, including the infographics and video, I didn't see the video, but sailing is a skill that doesn't seem like a minigame. Yeah, I agree with that. Sailing has at least one gameplay training method I could see myself doing. I agree. Sailing is a good addition to Oldschool RuneScape. Yeah, I think sailing is a good addition to Oldschool RuneScape. It's not about whether sailing is a good addition. That's got nothing to do with it. It's about whether the devs make it a good addition, whether they do it properly. Because, like, look at this, okay? Here's something to consider. Okay. That's Korend. We're going to use Korend as another example because I think Korend is a great example to use here. Now, for some of you guys who have never seen or who are not exactly old players of RuneScape, why is it such shit quality? So that's Corrend and the cable slow lands and everything. And when my fucking computer loads, this here, this is what Corrend used to look like. This was Zaya when it was released, essentially. This was shit. This was fucking horrible. This was pre-Cox. This was a bad job. And this was because devs were half-assing it. Devs were leaving. Devs were lazy. There was a house system. You know, this is all you had. And this was really bad. There was 3 devs at the time. One of the devs that was behind it, like, fucking left. And since that release, it has become a lot better. And they've remade it like 2 times now. And they've changed the system. Hosidius looks so much better than it does now. I think if they don't do this on the release of Sailing, and they have it like this, where it's better and it works, and it's a fucking staple to the game. Because this isn't old school RuneScape on release. This is old school RuneScape after dev team. If they get it right the first time, then it's absolutely gonna work. I think no matter what... Oh shit, what the f... Excuse me. Sorry, I've lost my chat. I think no matter what, it's gonna work. But it's not about whether it's a good addition. I think it's a good addition, yes, I agree. I think it's just about whether they make it a good addition, whether they do the addition successfully. Feel confident Oldschool RuneScape team to deliver Sailing in a reasonable time frame. I'm neutral on that. I'm excited to try Sailing and know about it. Yes, I am. I'm keen for that. They don't get it right the first time, but I do think they won't just dump it and leave it. Whether they get it right the first time, I don't know. Maybe. But, I mean, it varies on multiple things, you know. There's many things to consider. What do we got here? Please rate your excitement for port tasks. Port tasks seem okay. Sea charting I'm actually pretty keen for. Shipwreck averaging, huge. Barracuda trials, strong like ship combat. Yeah, I like that. Port tasks, I give a fuck about that, man. Fuck port tasks. Rank the Sailing training methods 1 to 5 in order of interest. Oh, for fuck's sake. This is a 5. This is probably a 1. This would be a 2. This would be a 3. See, I think shipwreck salvaging can go 4 because that's like AFK shit. How satisfied are you with the level of information provided? I am very satisfied with that information. I think they've done a good job. I think a nice little side benefit with Sailing is that they might update the Kraken model to not be such a goofy little guy. Nah, Kraken's sick, dude. Leave it alone. Are there any training methods that you would like to see give specific feedback for? No, not really. I think they're all fine. Do you have any questions for the team about Sailing and or our most recent blog? No. The doggy's getting told off. What's he done? What did he do? What did he do? So the dog's not allowed on the bed, and the dog is on the fucking bed just chilling. Cheeky cunt, eh? This is the easiest room in the raid. It's quite simple. You got a big boy. Look at him, goddamn! Fuck me, look at that boy. It's huge!